What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to G-Myers World Podcast. So right now we're going to be taking a look at Thursday Night Football, Week 16 in the NFL 2023 season, and none other than the Saints with Derek Carr and Matthew Stafford, who I told you guys in the beginning of the year, it was something about Stafford, and I don't know exactly what's going on with him, but he's been really, really good. And honestly, it's weird the way that these games turn out, but they both threw for over 300 yards, which means that defensively, neither of them are playing defense. But we're going to start off with the New Orleans Saints. And a lot of you guys are like, yo, G, you're very hard on the Saints. You call him Derek Carr. I got that from Skip Bayless. Now, I don't watch Skip Bayless anymore because Skip Bayless is a wild savage, but that was a very, very good nickname. Because Derek Carr, realistically, if you look overall, he had that one good season with the Raiders, but he's been consistently average. And that's what he is. You're not going to get anything else out of him. So, all you Saint fans, I thought that you got like a win with this. I told you guys when it happened, it doesn't really matter. Now, in fairness to him, okay, Alvin Kamara had 9 carries for 19 yards. All right. I don't know why his carries were so low. Obviously with the way the game was going, you would think that they would do a little bit more. On the other side, Kyren Williams, 22 carries, 104 yards and a touchdown. That opens up the passing game. So if you're relying solely on Carr to beat Tom Brady and Peyton Manning, it's not really going to happen. All right, so right away, I already knew what was going on with that situation. It is what it is. So we're not going to really worry about that too much at this point. We're going to go ahead and look at some of the positives, right? Olave is going to be a really, really good receiver in this league, but honestly, he just needs the opportunity, okay? I really like what he's able to do. The dude can fly, you know what I'm saying? He had 13 targets, caught 9 passes. He can really do a lot of things if he's able to be put in the proper position to do those things, okay? The problem is, right, when Derek Carr lines up and just throws a Stevie, aka an interception, right to the other team, it makes it kind of difficult for his team to score points, if that makes sense. Like if he's not throwing to his team, that's a problem. And that's been a problem for Derek Carr for a very, very long time. Now, granted, it was only 1 interception, but we would have been better off without having that interception, is what my point is. Now, the 27 of 40 is actually pretty good. 106 passer rating, QBR 73. You look at it and it's like, he was okay. But ultimately, you have to win the game. Okay, because what happens is, if you just play well and that's all that happens, you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't really matter. Okay? A.T. Perry, I want to go ahead and talk about that crazy leaping TD that he had. It was wild as hell. They have a lot of talent on the Saints team as far as the wide receiver core. The wide receiver core can be really, really good. The problem is, who are you going to put under center that can consistently make the right play? That's ultimately what it is. And I don't really know if they're going to be able to do that with Derek Carr, because the Saints right now are 7-8. But granted, their division is trash, so anything can happen, although it's week 16. That's what everybody has to realize. Like, the Saints are not out of it by any means. All these gurus are trying to figure out what could happen, what could be here, there, and all over the place. But they have a very, very good opportunity to still do something, according to what I was hearing yesterday while the game was on. So, although Derek Carr is going to be what he is, there's still an opportunity. There's still a glimmer of hope. So we got to figure out if anything is going to happen with that situation. Now, on the other side, Matthew Stafford has been consistently good this entire season. Now, I had no respect for the Rams coming into the season. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't really know which route to go with them. And it turns out that they're actually offensively really, really good. Put it like this, right? Their receiving core consisted of 4 players last night: Puka Nacua, Demarcus Robinson, Cooper Kupp, and Tyler Higbee. That was their entire rotation, okay, with receiving. Puka is so good, it didn't really matter that, they didn't have any more, of a rotation or whatever was going on. They played a certain style of offense that was very, very simple, but it was easy for Matthew Stafford to do what he did and, just go out there and make plays. And like I said, Kyren Williams with 104 yards, bro, okay, on 22 carries and a touchdown, that's going to also help to make everything easier for Matthew Stafford. So Stafford threw for 328. Okay, and a lot of what was going on, what I noticed is, right, Cooper Kupp coming back from injury, he's not trying to overpower what Puka is. Now, I don't know what the relationship is with those 2 receivers, but they are going to be pretty good if they can work together, because Cooper Kupp is still a really, really, really good route runner. So are the Rams like Super Bowl Rams? Probably not. But like I said, they're impressive to me simply because of the way they're able to consistently win. Because if you guys don't realize this yet, it's very, very hard to win in the NFL. Even when a team sucks, you could go out there and lose. You know what I'm saying? And this matchup right here was pretty evenly matched. You had the Rams coming in at 7-7. The Saints, obviously were 7-7. It was a different type of situation, so it can go either way. And a lot of people didn't know which way to go with it. But like I said, Kyren Williams, dude, he pretty much, to me, other than Puka Nacua, he was the star of the game. Okay? But you got to start understanding, right? Players are going to have to start paying attention to Puka a little bit more. The dude is running routes and doing whatever he wants. Okay? And at some point, you're going to have to say, you know what? We got to take this guy away. He's the main dude. Like, he's running around doing whatever he wants. And again, with the Saints, defensively, they usually play a little bit better, but obviously there's injuries, there's stuff going on. But what I'm starting to see right now, it really doesn't matter what team the Rams plays against. They give everybody a headache, bro. Like, if you think about it, what team was really like that beat the Rams that they really took away whatever they wanted to do? It's a very, very interesting situation when you look at it. But again, I still don't understand how they're doing what they're doing, because I did not see Stafford coming back from injury and being healthy and playing this well. It's sort of like with Joe Burrow. We all thought that this was going to be the year. He got paid, everything was going to work out. And he started off really, really nasty, had a couple good games, and then he's out for the season. And now this Browning dude is actually playing better than him, to be honest. Like, I don't know what's going on with the Bengals, but the NFL is like, they're always creating new stories, and it's always exciting to watch. And again, with this right here, I'm very, very interested to see what the Rams can actually pull off. Because realistically, right, that receiving core against most of the defenses that are going to make the playoffs, I would take this receiving core with Cooper Kupp and Puka as a dual, like a dual threat, because there's other things like Demarcus Robinson can get open. He's getting those yards. Tyler Higbee, a pretty good receiver. There's a lot going on within this offense that I don't think a lot of people are paying attention to and giving them enough credit. So I'm just pointing it out. When I first started the podcast for this season, all right, this NFL season in 2023, I told you after watching them once, I was shocked that the Rams were playing that well. I told you guys that. And when I get shocked from something when I'm sitting there, I didn't expect it. And it's just not stopping. They're still able to do it. I told you how I felt about the Saints. I'm very surprised that they're 7-8 because I thought Derek Carr was going to go out there and just do whatever he wanted. But still, within itself, he's able to be formidable. But like I said, he's an average quarterback. He's an average guy, in the words of Shannon Sharp. That's just what he is. And we have to start to realize that. And once we do, you Saint fans can leave me alone, because I'm not just saying it to just like get you guys riled up. I don't believe that he's the guy for that team. If I believed it, I would tell you. I'm not going to lie to you, Saint fans. You guys suck. And that's just the honesty of the situation. You could believe whatever you want. All right. You can also believe that Santa's coming down chimneys and being mad clean when there's all kind of soot and everything inside the chimney, and the dude comes out in a red jacket and no stains are on him. You can believe whatever you want, but I'm going to tell you right now, Derek Carr sucks. And regardless of what happens around him, he's going to continue to do what he does. On the other hand, we got to see what happens with the Rams. So as we get closer to the playoffs, let me know what you guys think. Rams or Saints? Who's the better team? I got to go Rams all day. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. Remember, you can download this podcast for free. Gmiles World Podcast, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify, all over the place, bro. Download it. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. One love, y'all.